All right, in New York, it was not even close. I'm not talking about incumbent Governor Kathy Hochul easily winning the nomination to have that job and keeping that job as the Democratic governor of New York in the Democratic Party, but the relatively easy walk that Congressman Lee Zeldin had to become her Republican challenger. With us right now is the Congressman, Lee Zeldin. Congratulations, Congressman. Good for you.
Thank you, Neil.
You know, I'm thinking about the last time we had a Republican governor in New York. You'd have to go back to George Pataki back in 2006 when he left office. And I'm wondering, that's a long time in a state that's gotten very, very blue. So you have an uphill battle on your hands. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I'm not in this race to come in second, and this state is going in the wrong direction right now, leading the entire country in population loss. You see it with regards to the economy and the cost of living and taxes. We see it with regards to crime and public safety, and the contrast is clear between somebody like Kathy Hochul and where I stand on these issues, where Albany right now has now banned the safe extraction of natural gas. I say let's reverse it. There are pipeline applications that are being delayed, denied. I say let's get them approved. We have a Manhattan District Attorney, Alvin Bragg, refusing to enforce the law. The governor of the state of New York has the constitutional authority to fire a DA who refuses to enforce the law. Kathy Hochul says, let's cut him some slack. He just got there. He's doing his job. Lastly, on the crime front, we see it with cashless bail. I believe that cashless bail should be overhauled. She says that we still need to see more data. So there's an important decision to be made by New Yorkers of all walks of life hitting their breaking point, regardless of whether you're Republican, Democrat, Independent. We feel very confident as long as we work hard and take nothing for granted.
You know, she has been, since the Supreme Court decision on Roe v. Wade, pounding that at events and rallies, and even in her victory speech last night, securing the Democratic nomination. And that is, we're told, galvanizing the base in New York. Do you think it's going to work?
No, I don't. There are two problems with that. One is a few years ago in New York, they codified already far more than Roe. So when the Dobbs decision was issued by the Supreme Court, the law in New York did not change. That's one aspect of it. The second is, if you ask New Yorkers, what's your top issue? They're talking about the economy and they're talking about crime and public safety far more than they're talking about what Kathy Hochul wants them to be talking about. So while we talk about reversing the attacks on wallets, safety, freedom, the quality of education in our schools, Kathy Hochul's trying to distract and talk about these other issues, which just aren't at the top of the list right now for New Yorkers.
So, Congressman, when Democrats in this state say that you will try to make, if you became governor of New York was one of these trigger states to go anti-abortion, would you do that? Would you lead that effort?
No, what I've been talking about, and I'm someone who's pro-life, I talk about where there is common ground right now with people in New York who consider themselves to be pro-choice. I say that New York shouldn't legalize late-term partial birth abortion, that we shouldn't be allowing non-doctors to perform abortion as we see right now. I promote informed consent, parental consent. I believe that we should be promoting adoption more. And what's happening is that somebody like Kathy Hochul goes so...
Just to be clear, you wouldn't go so far as some of the states that have, like Texas and a host of others that have banned it at the moment at fertility or conception.
There's going to be a balance of power in New York. That's not happening next year. It's just the reality is that there's no way that in 2023 that even will be the debate, let alone what will actually happen.
All right. So this other Supreme Court decision on the right to carry concealed guns, Mayor Adams in New York has said it could lead to a new dangerous crime wave. You supported the court's decision. How do you feel now?
I believe the Supreme Court issued the correct decision. I believe that we need to draw a difference between a law-abiding citizen who wants to safely and securely carry a firearm for their personal self-defense and a criminal who's going to keep committing additional offenses, and because of the justice system in New York right now, will keep ending up back out on the streets and committing more offenses. They don't care what the rules are in order to legally conceal carry. It's the law-abiding citizens who are impacted by New York's law, which was unconstitutional. The Supreme Court absolutely issued the correct decision in that case.
Would you want Donald Trump to campaign with you, for you?
I believe that he will. I mean, he's a New Yorker, even though he's now moved. There's a broad coalition of support that's been put together in this state, and it's going to include Republicans, Democrats. We're getting elected officials who are Democrats right now publicly endorsing us, and that will continue. And there are people who aren't Republicans or Democrats. So what we'll see is a very broad coalition of support that will put us over the top this November. I'm confident of it. I wouldn't be in the race otherwise.
All right. Well, we'll watch very, very closely, Congressman. Again, congratulations. We'll see how this race ensues and moves forward.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.